Moving through the round of 16, looking to set up some quarterfinal clashes and a great matchup here. Evenly matched, M.Cibilic, who got the call up with Ryan Callanan out of the event, up against Seth Moniz, who's on a mission to keep climbing the rankings.
Yeah, you can see that they're very deep here, but it's still draining heavily. Morg's trying to find a little bit of cover. A good start.
Found a magic board. Both these competitors with the sharp eye equipment underfoot. And here is a replay of what unfolded during the break. Seth getting started with a 5.5 born.
Pretty cool way to kick things off and back on the point.
As we see Seth up, he's going to kick out of this one. And then in the last heat, Felipe Toledo, last minute heroics to get the jump on Jake Marshall, who's been in incredible form.
I've had a heat just like that, a grindy one that I have to get out of the way, and he sort of chalked that up. So he'll be going into that heat really excited and feeling confident.
Seth already making a big climb up the rankings, up 4 places after bells into 18th position, and still moving, as you said, with the live rankings updating with each heat. What a finish to that one for the 27-year-old. He turns into a party when he gets the loss. Usually there is a fire to put out.
There's just nothing worse than having to ride heats that you have no control over. Seth on the inside here. It's a cool finish here, because this is exactly what Morgan's going to bring to this heat. A real attack into the lip. And Seth just saying, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't mind, doing the old nose pick and throwing a bit of flair in. Yeah, a bit of new school. But Morgan's just going to attack.
Yeah, Morgan has just been so sharp on rail through these last 2 CT events. And loading up for a big finish here. Rapid fire hit. And trying to find some more open face down the line. And there is another clean connection. And that's maybe where Morgan has the edge over Seth at the moment. Just his rail work and his speed is blinding. Mentioned that these two both rely on sharp eye for their equipment. So got good boards under their feet, but I know what you're saying. I think Seth too has the edge in the air. Because this wave gives you so much speed down the line, you're constantly looking for the ramp, but Morgan really focused on the pocket here.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we knew he would be bringing to this heat. If there's a sort of a bowled out section, he's going to go 100% at it. And this is the form. This is exactly what he brought to the tour in his first season, that rookie season. It was just attack dog mode.
Broke his magic board though yesterday.
Doesn't look that ruffled. He's in a better headspace, more respond, but I don't think so this time around.
And looking for a response now to that last ride is Seth, who pushes it out onto the flats. The board just flickers slightly and he can't stick it. In February, he won a QS 1000. He's up again here. 6.83 on his last wave. That's the best of the heat so far. Now pushing for the lead. Just needs a 3 to turn it. But obviously chasing a lot more here. The 25-year-old who splits his time between the wave-rich zone of Yamba and down there at Merriweather, and he is on one at the moment. But yeah, those QS 1000s, they're in this region, they're heavily stacked events. It was maybe one of the toughest QS victories of his existence.
For sure. He's been doing so much time out here. Not only did he win that event, and as you say, oh, wow, he's in laceration mode. Any memories of that favourite board are gone. He's got a new one. This board looks so good under his feet. And it's doing everything he wants to do. It's going everywhere he wants it to go. But yeah, that's a lot of heats in the water to win that event. Then he was back up here for the ABB with Merriweather. They went within a wave of...
Again, we know it. He's one of the greats of all time, but he's also trying to figure out the winning formula again. Here's a replay of what Seth was able to... The interview, a 5.77. That's his best wave, but Morgan's still hanging on to the lead here, Vaughan.
Yeah, well, Seth deciding to throw a bit of tail, point of difference. Morgs is doing what he does, punching through the lip. So we are starting to see Seth open up a little bit in terms of bringing that progression, the opposition, the quality of the waves, what Seth was doing right throughout that event.
And here is Seth now, looking for a 6.8, loading up, dangerous and unbelievable. He lost contact with the board, Vaughan, but how lofty was that?
Massive, huge frontside full rotation.
quite a height to fall from, and he landed straight in the chunkiest section of the impact zone. Morgan on the outside now.
Crack.
Pinpoint hit, a couple of them. A great combo to kick things off. Maybe one of the most powerful combos we've seen on the outside. And now driving through to the middle section of the wave. Let's go of the carve. If he finishes this one off, we could see this score go excellent. Building for a big finish down the line. Loads up, throws the tail, gets out in front of it. And the body language suggests that he is loving life.
That is as good as you'll see a wave dismembered. It was just full on through the lip.
Everything that Morgan did on this ride, we would have been saying, oh, it was really solid surfing. It's excellent surfing, but the wrist from Seth was huge. Those first two hits were remarkable.
They are, yeah, I just think they're almost knockout blows in terms of just full connection. Not so much in the context of the heat, but like the way that he loaded up, the way that he just attacks, it is excellent surfing. It's got to go there.
And Seth want to make his move now, and he will. He's looking like he's ready to fire back too. He's had an attempt at a huge air in this heat. This wave just a little broken up to start, but goes to the roundhouse, and it just reels off without him. Yeah, just watching Seth at the moment chip away at this one on the wide shot. Zooming in now and see him cut back. This is a better looking wave for Seth. Wants a big finish on this one. It's going to split for a moment, but he's got some speed. And he's going to duck into the barrel and find some cover. We love that. And then a big flare-up on the finish. Moniz answers back, throws the hand up. Didn't he connect well, getting a bit of cover, and then the finish, Varner, it was really unpredictable.
First turn was sick. That was a nice big through the lip re-entry with a bit of tail slide. Gets another snap. And then, yeah, you can see that he's just really working the board over. You know, he's putting the rail to work here, slices back. At this point, you're thinking, oh, what is this wave going to do for him? What a bummer. And then he just gets the little kink, finds this cute little bit of viz, and then pops it heavily on the back of that little section.
Dust off there.
Just a really strong finish for a wave that for a split second didn't look like it was going to give him much to really claim at the end there.
I love that. His place in the draw repeatedly. And he's going to need a bit more of that against Morgan, who's up at the moment, doesn't get anything out of this wave. So Seth gets the priority. And that little exchange has worked right into his favour. So critical now. They really want to see the competitors get out in front of that whitewater. As we see Morgan up again, and some serious heat put into that first turn, and flexing again on the second move, looking to dump the 6.83 up the requirement for the Hawaiian. Gets a little swamped in the whitewater there, but back out in front and building speed again for a tidy finish.
Oh my goodness, this wave just won't let up. Cute little finish. But the hog, you can see the veins starting to throb there.
Let's see the replay here. Trying to better a 6.83.
It's the acceleration out of this turn. Yeah, he might cut it slightly short, but he's already fanging into the next bottom turn. That just sets up that turn beautifully. He's in such good rhythm with this wave. Yeah, we've talked about it at the early stages. He's done so much surfing out here this year. He's had competitive success. He's locked in.
He's moving so fast, he actually affords himself plenty of time to bank a proper bottom turn and square up on those sections.
That was a great heat.
Actually, leave your hat on.
Okay. Well said. Yeah, awesome performance. Morgan, as we say, you know, he's locked in. Burleigh Point is his best friend right now.